Dear Dr. Pham, I think you'll be glad to know that unlike most of the other things I've been sending you recently, you don't have to edit this letter. Well, at least I'm hoping you don't.
So as I wrap up my undergraduate career and I reflect on the past 4 years, I wanted to take the time to express how thankful I am to have had you as a professor, as the chair of my honors committee, okay, I know who it is now, and as my unofficial sociology advisor.
I randomly decided to take your theory class, and since then, you sparked an interest in sociology within me. Whether it was the ways you always managed to make course content related to current world events, or your willingness to always be open and honest with me, you have truly inspired me.
You have shown me what professors who genuinely want to see their students succeed are like, and for that, I will always remember you. Your willingness to always work around my schedule showed me what true dedication and commitment to students looks like, even if that meant meeting with me at 4:15 p.m. on Fridays or editing parts of my thesis over winter break.
I said thank you for all that stuff, right? I will always remember walking out of our meetings with you saying you got this, and a reminder that you were there to support me in any way possible.
These last 2 years, you've helped me figure out who I am as a student, as a person, and possibly as a future sociologist. Good. I will forever remember your guidance, your constant support, and your words of encouragement when I needed them the most.
Having you as a professor, as an advisor, and a thesis chair marks the reasons why I will never forget my time at Oglethorpe.
Thank you, Dr. Pham. All right. You're welcome, Syeda. So the first time I met Syeda was actually, she took my theory class in the fall of 2018, which was the first class, one of the first classes I'd ever taught. She was always had such great insights into how these readings, which may be a couple hundred years old, why they still matter. And she just kind of got that from jump. I learn as much from my students as hopefully they learn from me. And I think that's certainly true of her. And the thesis project was, she worked so incredibly hard to get this done in the last year. And she's so involved on campus and in doing work in the community. And she's everything that you would want a student to be. Well, thank you so much for your letter.
You're welcome. I was like, there's no one else I could send this letter to other than Dr. Pham, especially we were in the midst of finishing the thesis. So I was like, she deserves all the credit in the world because this was the hardest process ever.
Well, thank you. One, the letter needed a few commas. No, it was very sweet. And I hope you realize that the thesis process was mostly you. I mean, you made that happen, right? And you made that happen in the middle of a pandemic while finishing an internship and all your coursework and applying to law schools. And so it's incredible.
Thank you. And I know that you're saying that the thesis project was mostly me, but I had no idea what I was doing. And when I was writing the letter, I was thinking back to when I initially came to your office and I was like, I want to do a thesis. And you're like, yeah, I'll be your advisor, but I had no idea what I was talking about. And I was like, she was crazy for saying that she would do it. But I appreciate it so much. And whenever I talk to people about doing the thesis, I'm like, you should do a sociology thesis with Dr. Pham as your advisor. And they're like, we're an econ major. And I'm like, okay, but thank you for being so amazing these last 2 years and truly shaping my college career. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for taking the time to write a really nice letter that in the middle of all of this, I know you had so much to do and I really appreciate it.